I think a lot of people, maybe they don't have time to study. You don't have to come to class every day. You know, even if you just come once or twice a week, socialize. Talk to people.
That's important.
Now I find that with Western style, it's more socialize, talking, you know, have a coffee, go outside, speak to people, make some friends. There's a lot of people in Chiang Mai that just come to school, go home, come to school and go home. There's no social life. I mean, COVID's not helped.
Socialize online. That's the reason why, like, some English native speakers come to Chiang Mai, learn Thai, socialize with Thai people,
and make friends with Thai people.
The biggest problem for socializing is this very thing. And a lot of people now don't socialize face to face anymore. They socialize on the phone, WeChat or WhatsApp or Line. You never actually meet face to face anymore. So this socializing, speaking is gone. And this is what's going to happen to the next generation, children's generation. They're all on the phone, iPad, computer. They don't socialize anymore. So what's happened? A lot of parents don't speak to the children. A lot of children don't speak to the parents. This is what is missing. Is this ganga? This awkward situation at home. You know?
I could teach you another Chinese word. 叫社死. Socialization.
So this is what I try to do when they come to my class. I try to get them to socialize in the class, and then usually a lot of the students become good friends. You know, Chiang Mai is a very small place. You know, I think people need to socialize, need to meet people, talk to each other about their children do this, children do that. Maybe children is the same age. Children become friends, and you become friends. And, you know, that's how it works.
Yeah, but to socialize between the Chinese parents.
Bingo.
It's not so useful for the English a bit. You know, most of the parents, they have spare time on daytime. So they never go to the bar because the children are going back home. And I found a very funny thing. Before the COVID, there are like night market every week, every Sunday, and I found most of the Asian people are walking in the night market, and all the Western people are sitting in the bar with maybe a beer and talking all night. It's like different culture and different time zone.
It's a good way to go back in time before mobile phones took over the world and learn how to communicate and socialize. If the parents can enjoy coming to study, then when they're going home and they're sharing that experience with their children, like, I went to teacher Jack's class today, it was a good class, we learned this, we learned about that. And that's what I want. I want the parents to come, relax, enjoy, go home, enjoy and relax.
Relax and enjoy. Actually, when we are thinking about learning, there's no connection between learning and relax and funny. That's a problem when their children are studying English. We thought, okay, vocabulary, you need to remember it. You need to read a book very seriously.
Study out, very serious.
And you need to hard work.
For my classes, I'm teaching the parents how to be parents, and I'm not a parent myself. Sometimes it's like, how can I say I'm not a parent? I can't teach you guys how to teach your children, but I can teach you how to enjoy, be happy, don't worry, have some confidence, you know, enjoy life.
To be a parent is not a subject. It's just like to have a relationship with some people younger. It's like, that will be easier.
Exactly. Right? It's like I said earlier, it's kind of like your children are basically a mirror of yourselves. You know, if you're this relaxed, calm, happy person, then your children are going to be relaxed, calm and happy. If you're this busy, angry parent, then your children are going to be this busy, angry children. So, you know, like I said, lead by example.
You'll be a very good dad.
Thanks.
And I found it's very helpful when parents can speak English at home.
Very helpful. Well, it's like you. You can speak English.
I can speak, but most of the time I don't speak. Because my daughter now, she never speaks Chinese to us. so I have to talk Chinese with them.
So this is exactly what maybe the problem is. A lot of people's idea was to come to Thailand or come to Chiang Mai. Your children are exposed to English. Then maybe they start to forget Chinese.
They won't forget.
But maybe their English will be better than the Chinese.
Yeah, I think their mind, it's an English brain.
Right. But I think that this brain cannot be changed. It can only get better, can only be enhanced. So then they become multilingual. So they can speak English and Chinese. They can write English and Chinese. But at home, it's very difficult for, like you said, for yourself to go home and speak English when maybe your children want to speak Chinese, or maybe you want to speak English but they don't want to speak English to you, Dad. They want to speak Chinese to you. You know, it's kind of it's a very hard thing to, very hard question to answer. So I'd say, yeah, even just 5-10 minutes a day. If you can speak English for 10 minutes, enough.
Yeah, I think it's also an example to children. Oh, the parents can speak English.
Yeah, but Dad can speak English.
I need to follow up. Yeah.
And if you push too much, they're going to fall down. So you've got to kind of know the boundary of, okay, I'll push to here and then I'll let them maybe take the steps themselves. If they need a little push again, I'll give a little push, but don't push too much. It's the same for the parents who come to my class. I don't push them too much.
And a method, if you want to push too much to your children, push too much to yourself first.
Exactly.
And you will find it's very difficult.
Yes.
If it is very hard for you, why do you ask your children to do that hard work at that age?
It's like if you set a goal, maybe that goal is unreachable. Maybe that goal is not realistic. Instead of going, oh, I can't reach that goal, move the goal.
But sometimes the goal is not. For the parents, it's the goal. For the children,
exactly.
Oh, it never thought the goal was too strict to the children.
I think that one of the biggest problems, that's something that's missing, is family is family. Your children are only children. You know, I think that this is from my own experience, my parents. And I had a very happy childhood. My parents were very nice, always very helpful, never pushed me over the edge. You know, sometimes they give me a little kick, but not push me too much. Family is the most important thing in life, regardless what anybody says to me. Family is number one, for sure. But also you must kind of take care of yourself. You know, so like you said, if you're studying English yourself as a parent, your children are going to see that as an example. Then they're going to think, oh, okay. And it's just, you know, it's a complete circle. There's nothing to worry about. But I still think that should enjoy to study.
If the children are going back home and have the same feeling, oh, it's funny to go back home to talk with the parent. Wow, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
So that's the same. That's the same, not in your classroom.
Exactly. It's life. It's life.
Yeah.
Life should be, you know, life is precious. Life's too short not to be happy and be miserable every day. You know, you've got to be happy, you've got to keep going. You know, you've got to be motivated. Sometimes you have to change yourself. You know, this is, I've changed myself. You know, I'll be a good example. And that's why I'm a teacher.